Some quarterbacks win games, others rewrite what's possible. The throw angles don't make sense. The decisions come faster than the defense can think. When you've lined up against it, you don't talk about stats. You talk about problems. Preparation changes, coverage changes, confidence changes. When NFL players talk about greatness, they're not guessing. They've felt it. This is what the league sees in Patrick Mahomes.
I think he would be better. And I'm saying he's already great. I mean, believe me, he's, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the NFL. So I love when I see his rapport with his teammates, with his coaches, how he communicates after the game, because that's ultimately what that position is about. It's also about how the message you're creating every day to your fans, to your teammates, to your coaches, how you present yourself on the field, off the field, how you handle wins and losses. That to me is just as important in the development of a player.
It was a lot of moments, but the first moment will have to be his rookie season when he came to Denver to play us. They were already in the playoffs, so they sat some of the starters, and we weren't in the playoffs, so we had our starters playing. He wasn't the typical rookie quarterback. He made all type of plays. He was able to complete a whole bunch of passes, come back and win the game.
He really didn't have to throw the ball with his left hand.
Patrick Mahomes is the real deal. And we got ready to play him last year. I'm thinking, it's going to be some of the same stuff, but it was on a whole nother level.
You can study the film, you can know the tendencies, but when the play breaks down, that's where the separation shows, and that's when the conversation changes.
You want the person who wants the ball, right? He has that mentality that he doesn't care what the score is. He doesn't care if they're winning or if they're losing. He's playing on that same level. And and when they're in behind, you would get people who go, hope we run the ball. He's not like that. And you could just see in his demeanor, like I said, even when they're winning, he has that same look in his eye and the feel.
Maybe just a tad bit biased, but Pat, without a doubt, is number one overall. His greatness and what he brings to every single play, how much attention to detail he has. And then on top of that, just his ability to make plays like nobody else we've seen in the game. That was insane. I'm a part of the route and I see the ball thrown. I'm looking to see where Tyreek is, the defenders, just to see if there's a chance. And sure enough.
Great quarterbacks beat the coverage. The special ones beat the plan. When structure disappears, instinct takes over. And that's where the gap shows.
I mean, you look at what he's been able to do the first couple of years and coming in, last year throwing 50 touchdowns, but just the way he throws the ball, his arm angles and getting in a position that he gets in to throw, and he's throwing it accurately and has a nice sense in the pocket, all those things. He runs well enough. I mean, he runs good enough.
He's got you beat there.
Yes, he does. He does. Maybe not when I was really young, but sure. It's he's special.
It's some unbelievable plays that we still can't believe to this day, and it's unbelievable because the guy didn't catch. Turning around, I had him wrapped up on the sideline, and I didn't even pay attention to the ball. I just knew it was going to be incomplete. But then I see an instant replay. I'm looking like he had a chance to catch this. It's crazy that he threw it perfectly to the spot where only his guy could catch it. It's just incredible. It's impressive. If it was Tim or Patrick Mahomes out there, they probably would have been able to get something done.
It's going to be the first playoff matchup between quarterbacks under 30 years old who are former MVPs. I know you're playing against the Chiefs defense, but everybody's going to talk about you and Pat Mahomes. What is it about that kind of matchup that you really like? What is it about competing against him that you really like?
I don't like competing against him at all. But yeah, he's a great quarterback. Definitely a Hall of Famer. It's not even it's a no-brainer. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. But it's just, I believe it's just two greats, up-and-coming greats, just going toe-to-toe. Like a heavyweight fight. Heavyweight matchup. That's just what I see.
Getting tackled and switched it to his left hand and flipped it up. That's like Brett Favre. He's doing things at the quarterback position that people have never seen before. Throwing no-look passes.
Defenses are built on rules. He plays beyond them. When structure breaks down, instinct takes over, and that's where separation lives.
Sure. Tyreek, I want to ask you this. When you were in training camp and y'all drafted Patrick Mahomes, what was your thought after you watched him that first week in training camp?
I thought it was trash. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't even gonna cap, man. When he first got there, I was like, "They who y'all drafted right here? They who y'all drafted? They y'all. Hey,
Well-
but look, he proved me into a whole complete. I don't know. Like it's just that second year. Like his quarterback mechanics were different. It was like he was spending more time with his quarterback coach, spending more time with Coach Reed, like learning the offense. It was like, dude, it's like different.
You know, but like when you see him though, like you would think that he'll like a soccer dad or something. Yeah. He's built like the wrong way, but no muscle at all. He doesn't look athletic, but like he really fast for him to be looking like that. Like he'll really surprise you. And then obviously the arm talent is crazy, so he's definitely special.
When I seen him throw that ball, I was like, oh my God. Just watching that game, I was like, Alex, you in trouble, man. You know, Alex, my boy, you know, but that kid right there, he has to be on the field and he has to play. Like, he has to play.
Every defense is built on preparation. Every plan assumes control. But when the moment turns unpredictable, that's where instinct takes over, and that's where the difference shows.
Best player I've ever seen in your life, huh?
Best player I've ever witnessed play this game, man. And you know, Rich, Tom Brady is the GOAT. That he is the greatest of all time. And those are two different things for me. Just because of the amount of championships and longevity, Patrick is the best player I've ever seen in my life. And the last 2 years have completely solidified that. Certainly this Super Bowl run, man. It's an awesome, you know, I get asked like, oh, you get to call the Super Bowl, and you know, part of me is like, oh, I don't want to like downplay it, but I'm like, yeah, it's the international feed, you know? And then I'd had to check myself and be like, no, dude, it's the Super Bowl. At some point, you're going to lie on your deathbed and be like, dude, you called Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowls. And so it was, it's been cool to just witness, man. I'm such a fan of the guy.
And, you know, so what do you think makes him that special?
You know, Rich, I've always said that he was born with this very unique ability. You know, there is a God-given talent there. You know, obviously the athleticism and the throws or whatnot.
You know, I just have so much respect for the game he plays and the throws he's able to make across his body, off his back foot, the no-look stuff. I mean, he's really done a lot to innovate the game and open other quarterbacks, myself included, minds up on what we can do, what's possible, and how we see the game.
Greatness isn't just about what you do when everything goes right. It's about what you create when nothing does. When plays break down, when timing disappears, some quarterbacks survive, others improvise history. When the league talks about the future, they're really talking about the standard. And right now, that standard has a name: